Welcome. How did that feel? That feel good? Yes, good. If you're ever in a funky mood, just dance. Just dance, and it'll shift your state like that. Okay, good morning. Good morning, everyone. I'm Reverend Veronica. Welcome to Care Circle Sunday. If you are new to us or fairly new and you have not participated in our Care Circle Sunday, this is what we do the fourth Sunday of the month. It's workshop style. We take the time to go a little deeper into what we've been talking about all month, which is this month, it's been love. So doesn't that sound good? So welcome, welcome. Just a few things to take care of. If you haven't noticed, we have stacked parking. And we have a little card where you can fill out your name and phone number if you park behind someone so that they can find you or call you when if you need to leave. So fill that out and put it on your windshield if you are parked behind someone. And then also, for now, please turn your cell phones off during our workshop time. Check that. And then after our workshop time, turn them back on so that we can call you if you're parked behind someone. Simple instructions, right? All right, just a couple of announcements. For our community announcements, all right, this is an amazing class, Conflict Skills, Management Skills as a Spiritual Practice. Does anyone here avoid conflict? I know. And yet, doesn't it seem right now that there's more conflict than ever before? Yes, it does. All right. So join an amazing teacher, Tenzin Chogi, as she teaches us that conflict in relationships is normal. While we cannot prevent conflict, we can improve the ways that we handle it. This course is suited for anyone interested in gaining insight and practice in understanding and reducing conflict. Participants will gain a better understanding of how conflict works, why it happens, and practical skills and steps we can use to address conflict using an informative, interactive, and fun process. So I really think I love the teachings that we bring here because it just helps us do life better. And so I really recommend signing up for this 3-week. You can do it on Zoom. You can scan the QR code, and it'll be in the newsletter. And if you haven't experienced Tenzin yet, she's an amazing teacher. Yes. Yes, we have Care Circle follow-up with Jackie Williams-Pearson, the amazing Jackie, and Dr. Aaron. On the first Wednesday of the month, they do a follow-up to what we talk about here at Care Circle. So if you can make it, it's at no charge. You can get the Zoom link when you register on the newsletter or on the website. And lastly, but not least, our wonderful Soul Sisters not this coming Saturday, but the first Saturday in September, we will have the Soul Sisters on Zoom. It's on Zoom, right? Yes, okay. With Dorian Florette. So this is another great discussion group that supports our community. So it's an amazing time to come and discuss what's going on in life. And then next Sunday is our potluck. So, oh wait, no, it's not. Is it the first Sunday, next Sunday? No. Is it this Sunday, huh? Next Sunday. Okay. It's the first Sunday, wherever that lands, okay? Bring a dish on the first Sunday of September that we can share good food together. And today, this month lands a little wonky. All right. Did you have an announcement, Debbie Ann? Okay.
My mic is about. It's a surprise announcement. I know. Thank you. I have an announcement. It's wanted to share with the community that our beloved Reverend Veronica she just passed her ordination panel, so she is now ordained.
Thank you. Oh my God. Wow. Thank you.
Look at that.
Thank you.
Yes.
Woo.
Yeah.
It's been a journey.
Yeah, so it happened on July 31st, and we are extremely blessed and grateful to have her here with us. So
Thank
congratulations.
you. Thank you so much. Thank you. It's been a journey, and I'm grateful to take this journey with all of you. So thank you so much. Thank you. Okay. Whew. Guys got me to the edge of tears here, and you want me to continue? Okay, here we go. All right, so we're going to go into our care circle process, and we like to start with our community care, which is we want to know first a word of good. So each group has a facilitator. Facilitator, raise your hand so your group knows who the facilitator is. Awesome. And so what we're going to do first is share what is a word of good, something good for you today. And so share it within your group. Whew. Make me. You have a word of good?
Oh, a word of good. Oh my God. Presence.
Good. How about you? Word of good.
Prayer.
Amen. Amen.
Ordination.
Yeah, there you go. Yes, ordination. Yes. And then when you are complete, if the facilitator can raise their hand so we know that you are complete. Okay, good, good, good. Okay. We're done here, and then, okay. Great. Thank you. Thank you. All right. And then this second part of our care circle, we're going to do a little differently today. So we want to provide care for our community and make sure that everyone feels seen, heard, and loved. And the way we do that is giving you the opportunity to share any heaviness of heart or hardness of head that could be in the way of you being present here today. And so, because we have a large group and large groups, we do want to hear what's going on in your heart. We do request that we kind of keep it succinct. Share with the group your heaviness of heart, and then we will provide prayer for you so that we can address the heaviness of heart. Okay, so in your circle, if you could share with your facilitator and with the group any heaviness of heart or hardness of head that would be in the way of you being present here today. Okay, turn this off. And then when your group is complete, just if you could raise your hand. Okay, we have one. Okay. And just raise your hand when your group is complete. You good? Or? We're good. Okay. You're good. Good. Okay. Thank you. Gina, you good? Okay. And one more. Okay. One more. All right. That light. Oh, you're good. All right. Are you your group complete, Tori?
Yes, I'm sorry.
Okay. All right. So we're going to move into prayer. And I'm just going to put the slide up for those of you who are not familiar with our 5 steps of prayer. That's what we're talking about today. And so Rachel's going to lead us off with the first 2 steps, and then your facilitator will go around, and each facilitator will claim and proclaim for your circle what your prayers or requests are. So Rachel, if you'd like to lead us off.
Thank you. So I invite us now to bring ourselves into that quiet space within, at the center of our being, and to just be here now. And let's take a breath together in and connect at that point that is at the center of each of us, and let it out. And let go of any noise inside or outside of us, and open to the presence. And so I know that there is one power, one mind, one love, one allness that is at the heart and the heartbeat of every living thing, past, present, future. I know that it is right here, right now. It is all that we are, all that everything is. It unfolds perfectly, gracefully, gloriously as each one of us. And I recognize that power to be indestructible, infinite, all-knowing, all-loving. And I allow myself to be enfolded by that love, to be surrounded and enveloped by the good and the warmth of that love, knowing that that is what moves me to a place where I know my oneness with that infinite, loving, forgiving, and compassionate power. And all that it is, I know that I am one with it, and there is no place or space or time where I am not connected to this power that runs me, that goes before me, and lays petals at my feet. This is grace. This is compassion. This is acceptance, full acceptance. And so I know that this is the truth of who I am and what I know of that infinite spirit that I call God. And at this time, I'm going to go to each circle and ask you what it is you have declared for yourself and accept.
I accept for our circle the peace, the harmony, the grace, the balance, divine perfect health as expressed in that awareness that God is our source and our supply.
I accept for our circle the sadness, the outside world, friends dying of cancer, compassion. I accept on behalf of the circle infinite grace, wisdom, infinite health, love, and peace.
I accept for our circle heaviness of heart is just an appearance. It's not the reality. Each of us finds our right place at the right time. Nothing is out of place. It just looks that way for a moment. And we accept for our circle, each one of us is in our right place at the right time.
I accept for our circle that the appearance of anxiety, fearfulness surrounding a loved one's major operation, family issues, marital issues, health issues, all of these are simply not the truth of who we are. I accept our balance, our surrender, our perfect divine unfolding into this life as we step into it, ready to enjoy.
I claim for this circle of beloveds, continued healing, knowing that there's wholeness always present, and there's a continued healing from surgery. I also claim peace and joy and fun for an event that is to occur tomorrow, knowing that all unfolds just as it should. And for our country, we claim right action, clarity, and the highest and best that benefit all. And we surrender in hope, love, and trust, knowing that although things don't always appear as we think they should, that there's God in all of it.
And I claim for our group the wholeness and health that is a product of every cell in the body conspiring for our highest and best. And acceptance, trusting and knowing that it is all God and it's all in divine right order even when I don't see it or understand it. And accepting that we are doing the best we can, that it is still in divine right order, and knowing that love and peace and harmony indwell each of us.
I accept for my group peace for our country in the midst of what seems fearful. That peace of God resides in all. That in forgiving myself first, I'm able to forgive others. What appears as a weakness is a strength in God. For the comfort of change, knowing that there's no fear, but the excitement, that is the joy of God for my group.
And accepting all of these prayers, I know that they are surrounded and they are lifted by the energy that each one of us has put into our words, our thoughts, our feelings. And as it is surrounded, I send these prayers into the allness of God, knowing that that spirit that contains everything is receiving, accepting, and returning all the good, the highest good, that each one of these prayers is aligning with. And so I know that that which is that highest power is already showering upon each one of us all the good that we seek, those that have been spoken in words and those that are remaining in our hearts or stuck in our throats. We know that this power has the ability and the desire to free all of that so that we remain one, whole. And so, allowing this good to surround it all, I let it go in quiet acceptance and great deep thankfulness that all that needs to be said has been said and that it has been received and returned. This is grace. This is that highest power of deep, deep compassion and lovingness that I know God to be. Letting it be so, I let it be. And please say with me, and so it is.
Thank you. Thank you, Rachel. Beautiful. So that is a example of our 5-step prayer. Beautiful. Thank you, facilitators. Okay. So just a few reminders about our Care Circle etiquette, we'll call it. Remembering when you are sharing in your circle that you're sharing from the I. A lot of times we'll say they or them, but we want to talk from the I place, how I'm feeling, how my experience is. So please share from the I and how you're feeling. Bring your best love and attention to whatever is happening in the circle so that your community of circle feels supported as well. Do your best to practice non-judgment. We are human, but just catch yourself if you notice that you're in judgment. And agree to love yourself as you are. That's the most important, because we all have our going through stuff, right? So how do we love ourselves when we're going through our stuff? Stay as present as possible, because that's the God moment in that present moment. And use this as your guide. If it's loving, if it grows, expands, or deepens love, it's the right thing to do. And I will say, and it's the right thing to say. And ways to listen. Remember, when you're a listening partner, that we nod our head, just showing that we're hearing. You can reflect back what I hear you saying is. And these are different ways that we can practice being a good listener, which I think we all could practice. And so just paying attention to your partner as they're talking while we're doing dyads, okay? All right, so I am so excited. I'm pairing up with Valerie Day and Rachel Rosen today for our prayer as a bridge to love Care Circle. So I'm going to hand it off to Valerie.
Hi, everybody. You look so great. Do you feel cared for and loved? So when we were talking about doing this workshop today, Reverend Veronica had the most insightful thing. When we can't access love, which we've been talking about all month, right? We've been talking about love. If you missed it, that's been the theme this month. Well, prayer gets us there. So that's what we're going to be doing today, is talking about prayer and love and how prayer can get us to love when we can't get there. And prayer is a way, this is a quote from one of my favorite teachers, mentor, friend, practitioner, Angela Montano. Prayer is a way of being held. It's an inward movement of consciousness. Now, I invite you, just hug yourselves, okay? And just feel that. That, right? That is being held, right? That's what prayer is. The experience of being held. To pray, we must open to the possibility that love is invisible, intelligent, and present right where we are. And not only that, love is actually aware of us. This is also some wisdom from my dear mentor and friend, Angela. So, we've got this 5-step prayer process in Science of Mind, and it can be intimidating. And, we want today to really unpack that. And everyone has permission to pray and find their prayer voice. There is no wrong way to pray, okay? I want you to hear that. There's no wrong way to pray. If you still are praying to the bearded dude in the sky, that's perfectly, all prayer works because it's done unto you as you believe. So we're unpacking all our stuff, our stories about prayer today. Yes, we have an amazing technology that we call spiritual mind treatment, but we just want to give everybody permission to pray. And I want you to contemplate, do you pray right now, or how do you pray? We're going to answer that later, but just think about that. That's what we're going to be talking about today.
I just want to also let people know who are facing this direction that we have a monitor in the back now, so that you don't have to turn to face the front, so that you can see the slides in the back. And there's
Right.
Terry in the back too. Hey, Terry.
Yes. Okay. Thank you. And we want to acknowledge John back there.
John's back there.
Who just
Jesse.
really rolls with the punches and just keeps us all on track
And
here.
Jesse's back there.
Yes,
All
yes,
right.
yes. So,
Yes.
I love and adore Joe Dispenza. And before we were talking about this prayer workshop, for me, I was like, I really want them to know that prayer it's really about the feeling. It's not about the words, right? Like, it doesn't matter what you say. And this is what Joe Dispenza has to say about that. Prayer is not about what you say. It's about the feeling behind it. That feeling becomes energy. That energy is what your nervous system responds to. When you pray with presence and connection, your breath slows, your attention sharpens, and you align your entire system to the belief that it already is. That's the wisdom of Joe Dispenza. So prayer is about the frequency, the feeling, the energy. Reverend Veronica already went over this. Today we're talking about the first 2 steps of prayer, recognition and unification. And I'm going to pass the baton to my co-lead here, Rachel.
So what we want to do is to open the floor, and we have one mic there on the far end. And we would like to invite anyone up who wants to talk about, why do you pray? Or why do you not pray if you don't? Because all of it is information that satisfies everyone's curiosity. So I'm just going to open the floor up to anyone who wants to speak about this at this time.
Ooh, who's courageous? Tori. Yes, Carol
Thank you.
Ann. Let me ask him.
Hello? Oh, wow, I am loud. So why do I pray or why not pray? And it used to be, of course, to the bearded man in the sky in a very beseeching way. And now I pray to remind myself that I am not separate, and that's why I pray. Also, sometimes I pray because I think it's magic. Like there's a little magic in it for me, like the surrender. And when it comes right down to it, I honestly do believe God knows, but I don't. So the prayer is really for me, not for God. And I think it's magic, and I think it's helping me not be separate.
Thank you. Thank you, Tori. Yes.
I thought somebody else, okay. I pray in praise. I pray with my wife for all of the blessings that we have, and it helps me remember all the friends and all the things that have happened in my life that have made it so wonderful. And I thank you for being you.
Thank you.
I better hurry up. We'll take those 2, and then we'll be complete. Yes, those 3. Sorry.
Yeah, my name is Carol Ann. Hi, everybody. I think of prayer. Joe Dispenza, I've been a devotee for about 10 years. Lynn McTaggart is another one. And it's all about energy. And as Tori said, it's not the bearded guy in the sky that I beseech to anymore. It's more about settling in and having a really rich conversation. It's the kind of thing where lately I've been trying to sell my home, and I genuinely just drop into this place of, okay, God, spirit, universe, whatever I might call it that day. What do I need to know about this? And quicken my heart. And I feel like I genuinely drop into deep feeling rather than, it's not the words, it's how I'm feeling in that moment. If I'm feeling worried or scared or in despair, I share that too. Help me soothe. Prayer seems like an odd word anymore. It's more about I'm in the being moment with this energy, and we are one.
Thank you, Carol Ann.
Prayer for me does two things. One is from a health point of view, it kind of stops, whether it's the physical or mental or energy noise around me. And at that moment, not only am I bringing my blood pressure down, my heart rate down, but I'm kind of centering back to the truth with a capital T of that moment. And then when I move into prayer, for me, whether it's God or universal energy or whatever, for me it's a very practical thing. I look at it, I love quantum physics, quantum mechanics, and I look at quantum entanglement, which is the theory, the real theory, the practicality, that we are all connected. There is no distance in the universe. And as we're all connected, when I start thinking about something that I would like to bring in my life, my vibration increases, my frequency increases, and I'm already attracting what is on the other end of that visualization. Whether you call it creative visualization or affirmations or whatever, for me it works. And it works in things like serendipity, thinking of something and all of a sudden that song starts, or I see that billboard. For me, that's not like an aha moment. For me, I choose to look at it that I am in alignment with my energy. So that's what prayer is for me, a very real, practical thing and a scientific way of attracting what I would like.
Thank you, Ray. Last one.
I don't know how to tell a short story, but I'll get into this. As a young person in our movement, I had this perception in the 80s that we were praying to like this cosmic vending machine in the sky for like princesses and Porsches and like that kind of stuff. And it's evolved since then for me. And what I've learned in my studies here is that what I do with my intellect, like Ernest Holmes says, is I create the intention, I create the mold, but that God fills it with the fire from heaven, he says. So when I set my intention for the polar opposite of what I'm struggling with, whether it's I go into love and trust and harmony and wholeness, perfect health, abundance, I set the intention, but then it's God's will for me. It's not really what the Porsche I wanted, you know? So what I've learned is to pray for the demonstration. I pray so that there'll be a demonstration of what the highest and best good for everyone involved is. And that just liberates me, and it changes my frequency too, you know? Mm-hmm. I seem to be softer in the world after I pray, and I'll take that. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ryan. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone. And so I noticed that some of you may not have shared what you have shared. Some of you may not have shared every reason why we can pray, but there are many, many. And I know that there's a lot of talk about aligning with grace, and that is one of the biggest and most important, I think. So now we'd like to have you form dyads in your groups, find a partner, and we're going to give you 5 minutes to discuss your experience with prayer. Oh, 3 minutes now.
3 minutes.
1.5 minutes each, and I will let you know when it's time to switch partners.
Okay.
All right, we'll give it 1:15.
Yeah.
Oh, she said.
So that you can tell the switch. Good job, everyone.
So far, we're pretty much on time.
I cut off a few things because But when we counted the 20 minutes, we were only counting from when Care Circle started, not everything before it, okay? Right, like,
including the announcement.
okay, but that's okay, like, I mean, I took off a few minutes that, you know, we should have.
Okay, so
Yeah, no, it's okay. It's fine. I like the way it was showing up on camera, so we're good. I knew there was a message here.
Oh, it's all mad.
Good.
Valerie. Well, and Reverend Veronica did the background. Aren't they beautiful?
That's the case.
But Veronica did that, I mean.
Okay, time to switch partners speaking.
I think some of them are having a conversation. It's a fluid conversation.
Oh, okay.
Instead of
Whatever. Whatever.
Valerie next?
No, I am.
Well, they've already switched, so yeah, okay, switch. Sure.
All right, I invite you to wrap up your sharing with one another. I'm trusting that you all had really good quality, deep discussions with each other, and I'm sure you got a lot from that. And now we want to move into that first step that we call recognition, acknowledging that there is a power greater than we are, and we are, well, we won't go into that next part yet, but it comes. So what is recognition? What are we recognizing? We have a sheet now. Facilitators, you might want to hand out those sheets that you have sitting there by you. And that sheet is titled Attributes of God. And these are just some. And I invite you to, today or later on during the week, see if you can add to that list. We've got abundance and balance and beauty, freedom, joy, all the way to wholeness and wisdom. This is what God represents, what God is holding for us, and what God can release for us as we recognize that it is what we want to bring into our own experience. Do we have this? Okay. Yeah. So it's these words that are just the stepping stones that take you into your own being. to mine the feelings that are in there, the connection and the understanding and the richness of what this thing is that is greater than you are, we are. And so we look at that maybe you already experienced this, or if you're curious about something, and try it on and how it feels. Find the words, most importantly, that resonate with you, because that's what brings you into the reality and the experience of being with that and of that highest power that we call God or oneness or intelligence or love. So we want to find those words that work for us and begin to move yourself into the awareness of this creative power. So let's take a breath, review that list, feel it, find words already that resonate with you and maybe with what that you requested in your prayer earlier, and just let it marinate for you. And now I'm going to turn this over to Valerie.
So before we move off of recognition, it's just recognizing that God is all there is. It's simply acknowledging the truth of what God's spirit love is. And it's not just words, it's about the feeling. We're going to talk about feeling a lot today in your body and heart. And the more real it feels, the more it shapes you. And now I'm going to invite you to just close your eyes and bring to mind a quality of the divine that resonates with you. It might be love. It might be peace. It might be abundance. It might be joy. It might be creativity or wisdom. Now imagine that quality as vast and limitless, filling the whole universe. See it, sense it, feel it everywhere, in the air, around you, in every person, in the earth itself. When you're ready, I invite you to open your eyes back up. And then just take a few moments, the paper that you have with the God qualities on the back side, there's some space for you to write. And we invite you to finish this sentence. I recognize that God, spirit, love is, and then fill in the blank. You can write a few sentences or phrases describing what's true of the divine. And also, if God doesn't resonate, you can use love, spirit, higher power, peace, Mother Nature, whatever works for you, right? Because this is your prayer. So your words and your relationship to creating this. Again, back to the beginning, there's no wrong way to pray. So just take a few moments to fill in the blank. I recognize that God, spirit, love is, and then whatever those God qualities that you resonate with, fill those in. Okay, how we doing? Do we need any more time? I'll give it like 30 more seconds. I see people still writing. I recognize that God's spirit love is, and whatever that quality that resonates with you, that is God's spirit love. Okay, now we want to move into dyads again. So find your partner that you shared with before and share your recognition statement. What you just wrote is a recognition statement. Check y'all out. You did the first step of prayer. All right. Okay, so just take a breath and turn to your partner and read your recognition statement aloud. And as you speak, feel the truth of what you're saying. If you haven't already, please change partners. Yeah. Yeah. Keep us on track. Well, we're trying to make up like time because we're like 5 minutes behind. Like I don't know where we're at. See where we're at. Well, when you start the next thing, 50 minutes, so that would be so that would be 11:05. Okay, so we're 2 minutes behind now. We're not quite. All right, so we should be at 11:50 when we start the next thing. Okay, let's wrap up our sharing. And we'll take like maybe 2 people. Do we have time for two people that want to share in the large group? You know, your recognition statement, and maybe what was your experience creating this, or what did you feel? Yeah, who somebody want to come to the mic? And when you do come to the mic, if you can share louder, our YouTube folks are asking for you to speak a little more loudly into the microphone. Okay, Patty, thanks.
Somebody was tall before me. Well, it came to me right away. Anyway, I recognize that God's spirit love is balance, joined and surrounded by love. And what I visualized right away was, remember when you were younger and you were on the seesaw? The seesaw, Well, I saw all the peoples of the world on both sides of the seesaw, but in the center was a heart and love. So that was me.
Thank you, Patty. That's beautiful. And Ray.
Hi. Mine is very simple but all-encompassing. I recognize that God's spirit and love is all there is. I could have stopped at all, but it's all there is. And I'm reminded of the phrase, unity does not mean uniformity. Just because it exists does not mean it's going to exist in a pretty package. It's everything. It is all. And just closing, that is the meditation I did when COVID first hit, before the vaccine, while we were sequestered at home. I had a lot of anger. And I shifted my perception and looked at the virus as a living entity, no different than a tree or an ant or myself. It just, the impact was different. And so I found that once I blessed the virus for what it was and was trying to do, I released that negative energy and all that that I had inside. And so it goes back to, it is all that there is. So.
Thank you. And Eileen will be our last share. Thank you, Eileen.
I have someone from the group kissing the microphone, willing to let me share hers. I recognize that God's spirit love is energy, pure and loving, that provides clarity and assurance to my journey of life.
Beautiful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, give yourselves a round of applause. You just created the first step of prayer. And now, Veronica is going to take us into the second step of prayer.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you, thank you. What a beautiful job on step one. That was really great. So good job, everyone. So we're going to go into unification. And why do we do step two? Why do we do it? And how do we do it? Because, you know, we know that if God, love, spirit is infinite everywhere and the source of all, then it must also be present in us as well. Yes? If this is the truth, then it's present within us. That means that field of infinite potentiality where everything that we know, and don't even know we don't know, that field resides within us. Woo! That's why we do it. Now, how does that feel? Yes. All right. So step two, why we do it. This is funny. This is a quote from me. Funny how that, who set this up? Why we do this. If we are one with God, then we are one with love, because God and love are synonymous. That's how we bridge that's how the prayer is a bridge to love. And so it creates a field of oneness and moves our consciousness from duality to unification for the rest of the prayer. We are not asking as outsiders looking in. We are creating from within, from that divine presence within each and every one of us. It's a beautiful thing. It creates a field of oneness and moves our consciousness from duality to unification. Isn't that powerful? Yes, when we sit in unification. And it removes that sense of separation. When we're walking through life, we can feel separate, right? When we're going to work, when we're watching the news, whatever we're doing, we feel separate. That practice of unification brings us one with all that is. So that's why we do it. And so how do we do it? So Rachel's going to talk a little bit about words. And do words matter or they don't matter? You want to talk a little bit about that, Rachel?
Yes. Even though we did speak that quote from Joe Dispenza about how beyond the words there's this feeling, and that is the foundation of it all. But somehow, some way, we need to get ourselves to that feeling. And so I invite you to start from this moment on to pay attention when you hear someone pray, or you read a prayer, or you're reading anything like the Science of Mind magazine, or a book about something spiritual, and mine from it some rich words that really resonate with you. And I can't emphasize this more, that words have vibration, and pay attention to how that lands inside you and around you. Sometimes it can feel like a light around it, or an energy vibrating in a field within you somewhere, or just something in your mind clicks and saying, this is important, I want to remember it, I want to use it. The more you use these words, the more they infiltrate and melt into your being, and you become one with them. So, yes, so these God qualities that we have in our lists are one way to begin to approach it. But there are some, for example, the nouns that I love are allness and well, sacred is an adjective, melting, surrounded, envelop, dwell. These are my words. The word sacred means a lot to me, and presence, and timeless. Anything that you can think of that can describe or represent this ineffable energy that we are inside of, and that is also at the same time inside of us. These are the words that bring you closer to your own experience of your infinity, your eternality, your power. And we need to know that, because then we can draw to us exactly what it is we want to see created within our lives and around us and for the people who matter to us.
Yes, beautiful. Thank you,
And
Rachel. Oh,
there's-
sorry. Didn't mean to cut you off.
No, there's one more little thing, and I also feel strongly about this, that sometimes, and we have to give ourselves a lot of grace, sometimes when we sit down and start to pray, we may not know, and we know that we don't know. So what we do is we open ourselves to maybe possibly believing the words that we're using, that maybe there's some truth in there that we can connect with. And maybe then sometimes that believing can take us to a deeper place in us where we know. And some people say this, I know that I know that I know. And that certainty, that connection, that oneness, then moves us through into the realization of everything that we think might be missing or that we want more of in our lives. So recognize that there is this level of believing, and also it can catapult us into this depth of richness where we absolutely know beyond a shadow of a doubt, and that's what we reach for each and every time we pray. I want to know that this is the truth of my being, and that I can go out into my life, in my world, and create what it is that matters to me.
Yes.
Thank you. Now I hand this to Reverend Veronica.
Thank you. Thank you. I have my headset. Thank you. Beautiful. And perfect, because words matter, because they're like a bridge. They're like a bridge that can awaken within us the feeling of unification, so that we can feel those God qualities. They awaken the God qualities within us. That's what we use words for, right? So I love the way Rachel said to pay attention to what words awaken that within you. Notice throughout your day when you're reading, like she said, what wakens that up, so that you can refer to it when you're doing your prayer work. Because we are then moving from words, the words move us into what we call a feeling tone. Now we're in the feeling of it. Now our body is responding. Now our soul's responding. Now our spirit is responding, and we can feel the unification taken over. Yes? Does that sound good? Does that sound yummy? Yes. Now we're one with the field of infinite possibilities, because we created that for us with the words, with the feelings, and now we're there. So that's why we pray, because we get to become one with all that is. And it's a beautiful place to speak from, because now, and we're not going to go into the rest of prayer, but once we're there, once we're in that field of unification, we speak our word into the field that we already are. Now that is amazing to me. I say yes to that. Yes. So we feel that fire in our belly. We use, and so we're going to work on a unification. But before we do, let me just give you some examples. So I want to, instead of read these, I want you to feel these, okay? So close your eyes. Once again, we're just going to do this as a kind of a guided walkthrough of unification statement, and then see what it feels like in your body. So knowing that God is infinite love, everywhere present, and I am one with that love. You can say that again to yourself if you'd like to say it silently to yourself. God is infinite love, and I am one with that love. And see how that feels. Does that feel right for you? We can say, the peace of spirit flows through me, as me, right now. Say that to yourself a couple times. The peace of spirit flows through me, as me, right now. And we'll try one more on. Since God is all there is, what is true for God is true for me. Since God is all there is, what is true for God is true for me. Take a deep breath. Let it all out. And open your eyes. Kind of feeling a little bit of that feeling tone? Feeling it in your body? Feeling it in your energy field? Yes? Whew, good. It's even more powerful when we do it as a group. Just saying. It's powerful when we do it as a group. Okay. So I want you to, on your paper, I want you now to create a unification statement. And I want you to just go with what comes forth. Try not to be self-conscious about it or worry about what anyone is thinking about what you're writing. I really want you to just allow it to come through you in however it comes through you. It's going to be perfect for you. So what words work for you to bring that feeling tone into your body? How would you unify with God? We'll take about 3 minutes to do that. Okay. Okay, we'll take about 1 more minute to finish up your unification statement. Okay. Okay. So just finish up wherever you're at and just know that this is a work in progress, that you'll develop your own personal unification statement as you practice it. Okay? And so now we're going to share with your dyad partner. I want you to, so what we're going to do, I want you to turn to your partner, and before you share your dyad partner, I want you to take a breath and feel the presence of God as you read your unification, as you speak and feel the truth about what you're saying, and share. Go ahead and share with your dyad partner your unification statement. If you haven't switched, go ahead and switch partners. If you switch with your dyad partner. Okay. All right, let's bring it to a close. Thank your dyad partner for receiving your unification statement. Good job, everyone. Ring the bell just to get there. Just want to, sometimes just gets their attention. All right. Okay, so I want to hear from you, especially if this is new for you. If this is new, I'm just curious as to how this is landing. How did it feel? So I could take 2 shares at the mic to share, like, how does this feel for you to create your unification statement? Does anyone? I know. Come on, it's that vulnerability stretch is how we grow. Okay, and then we'll do Jesse
Just a
as
real
well.
quick, I can't remember the whole song, but there's a song we sing in Threshold Choir that says, I believe God is an energy, not a thing, but it's infinite. But this song says, and God said, every life, every soul completes me.
Wow.
Every heart, every soul completes me.
Thank you.
That's straight from God.
Thank you. And then we'll do Zoom after this, Jesse, okay?
Hi, I'm Vicki. My unification statement was, God's healing surrounds us. It is in me as it is in everyone around me, creating a connectedness.
Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. And we have, is it Dory online wants to share? Okay. It's a little bit of an echo. Mm-hmm. Hold on, let's get him a mic. Okay, thank you.
That what Dory was saying was to share this prayer with the community, as it makes it real for everybody, makes it accessible for everybody, and it takes it. It's just not something that's exclusive to practitioners or ministers, that we all can pray.
Amen. Yes.
Amen.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you. And that is true, and that is exactly why we're doing it, because everybody has a prayer voice. Yes? Yes. All right. I'm handing it off to Valerie.
All right. Can you believe it's time? We're at the end. I feel sad. I want to keep playing with you all. So we just wanted to ask, what touched or surprised you today? We have time for 2 shares. So who would like to come to the mic and just share what touched or surprised you today? Don't be shy. We know you got something in there. Whoever is it that there's something bubbling up and you want to share?
Oh, yeah, Janice
And Jackie.
Okay.
Okay. Our 2 shares.
One thing that kind of bubbled up that was this experience of realizing that in order to feel joy, it doesn't have to happen to me. I can observe joy. I can watch children playing on a playground. I can see a family having an interactive, fun time at a restaurant. Whatever it is, just being observant of it feels like I have experienced it, and I do feel joyful, and it's available whenever.
Yes.
Beautiful. Thank you. And Jackie.
Good afternoon. My aha moment was when I realized, as people were sharing, how the separation, how when I started in the Science of Mind journey, how I felt so separated. It was the beseeching prayer, the God is here, your God is untouchable, God sits on the throne of infinity, and there was always this, I'm not good enough to know or to even touch or speak with God. And to come into and fall into the grace of knowing that I'm God. God is in me, works in and through me. That God needs us to shine. God needs us to be those foot soldiers for the presence of, our time here on earth. Is that this is, we are, each one of us are an example of what God is, and to see there's not one of us that is alike. Not one of us. We're all unique, and it just settled in my heart of how unique God is. If I look around and I cannot separate, no, you're not a part of God. That's the human in me. But the divine in me knows that there's that divine in you. And that was just the aha moment for me. Thank you.
So beautiful, Jackie. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm so glad you shared that. When I was first on this journey of learning Science of Mind prayer, that was the hardest part for me was, I was raised Mormon and prayed to the bearded dude in the sky. And that duality, it was hard to get that God and I are one. So I just want to share that, accept wherever you're at on your prayer journey, and all prayer works because it's done unto you as you believe. So if you're struggling with that duality piece and wait, how am I one with this person that I can't even stand? Like, just give yourself permission to be compassionate and to practice that oneness is a spiritual principle and it is the truth, but you're where you are, and so it's also about just accepting like where you are.
Mm-hmm.
That's God too, exactly.
Yes.
Thank you, Uncle T. And so we're gonna wrap up with just looking at our homework cards. On one side, there's the beautiful quote from Joe Dispenza, so you can read that. Oh, thank you for changing the slide for me. And then our invitation for you is to practice your recognition and unification statements. So this week, return to the recognition and unification statements that you created and read your statement aloud each day. Read your statement aloud each day. Pause, breathe, and feel the truth of your words. Let your heart, your body, and spirit attune to the quality of the divine you named. Notice how your energy shifts as you pray. Your words are already enough. Your prayer voice is sacred. So, there you go. Thank you guys for showing up to experience prayer as a bridge to love.
Yes.
It's been really fun.
Yes, thank you. And
Yes.
thank you to Rachel and to Valerie for stretching. We like to stretch around here and grow into the next expression of ourselves. So thank you all for participating. And this is the time of our service where we talk about tithing and giving in whatever shape or form that you are able. We love time, treasure, and talent as a way to help our community grow. And so if you would please join me in reading our affirmation together. We give with open hearts to this community with shared commitment and purpose. As we give, we prosper, cultivating growth, connection, and shared abundance for all. Thank you, thank you. Thank you for our welcome team ushers, Sarah and Cheryl and Janet. Yes, thank you, thank you. And there's lots of ways to give. And so we have Zelle, we have Venmo. You can go to our website. We have a basket going around. And we also, if there's skills or services you want to give to our center as well, we accept. Just come see us and we'll see what calls your heart to serve here at our center. All right. So I'm going to close with a prayer as soon as we're finished passing the basket. I want to invite you, don't take your phone out yet until the prayer, but I want to invite you to do our evaluation, because we read the evaluations and we want to know how we can do better. And so before you leave, I'm going to leave this slide up. I want you to scan the QR code and take our evaluation so that we can learn how to grow and continue to offer workshops here at our Care Circle Sunday. So let us do prayer to close out here today. Just knowing that, this time together is sacred. This time of growing, revealing, unfolding, and healing has been shared together. I am so grateful for all who have participated. I'm so grateful for all who have supported and facilitated here today. I know that as we walk away today, we are a different person. The cells in our body have changed. The consciousness all around us has changed because of the work and the play that has been done here today. And for that, I am grateful as we walk out into the world as a elevated person to give and share with the world. And so thank you, thank you, thank you all. I release this prayer and we say together, and so it is, and so it is, and so it shall be. Thank you all so much, and we'll see you next week. All right.
Let's celebrate. There's a party going on right here, a celebration to last throughout the years. So bring your good times and your laughter too. We gon' celebrate your party with you. Come on now. Celebration. Let's all celebrate and have a good time. Celebration. We gon' celebrate and have a good time. It's time to come together. It's up to you. What's your pleasure? Everyone around the world, come on! It's a celebration. Celebrate good times, come on! It's a celebration. Celebrate good times, come on! Let's celebrate. There's a party going on right here, a dedication to last throughout the years. So bring your good times and your laughter too. We gon' celebrate and party with you. Come on now. Celebration. Let's all celebrate and have a good time. Yeah, yeah. Celebration. We gon' celebrate and have a good time. It's time to come together. It's up to you. What's your pleasure? Everyone around the world, come on! It's a celebration. It's a celebration. Celebrate good times, come on! Let's celebrate. Come on now. Celebrate good times, come on! Let's celebrate. We're gonna have a good time tonight. Let's celebrate. It's alright. We're gonna have a good time tonight. Let's celebrate. It's alright.